Mixbox SE by IK Multimedia is currently free for a limited time. I want to show you 4 effects that come with it that I particularly enjoy. Just as a quick overview, Mixbox is IK Multimedia's rec style plugin where you get many effects within one rec and you can't use the effects individually as compared to their T-Rex series, which are more standalone plugins, and many of the Mixbox effects are actually T-Rex effects just cut down. Basically, Mixbox is the effects you get in SampleTank or Syntronik. And there's 3 different versions of Mixbox. The CS one, which is completely free and has 8 effects. Then the Mixbox SE Special Edition, which has 24 effects and is currently free for a limited time. And of course, there's also the full Mixbox with 70 effects. If you want to know in more detail which effect comes with which version, I'll leave a link to this chart in the description where you can see which effect comes with which version exactly. Now the SE version comes with a couple of amps, a couple of distortion and saturation plugins, modulation plugins, dynamics processors, compressors, and some reverbs. And I want to show you the 4 effects I found most interesting as I was looking through them. I want to start with the modulation effect called Ensemble. I'm going to put it on this electric piano I have right here. This mono to stereo button can affect the width quite interestingly. There's 3 modes. This was the slow one, then there's the fast one. And the strings. I think pre-emphasis is some sort of EQ, I'm not sure, but there's also a pretty cool drive section. I do want to try it on a more dry sound as well. Let's get our trusty old Dexed, which is amazing for getting extremely dry sounds. Okay, so we have a dry sound. Let's add ensemble to it. That's amazing. Without. So that's the first one. Second one I want to have a look at is another modulation called Slicer. So basically, you have a pattern selector right here with 50 patterns. These patterns are different presets for chops or slices, and then you can use the depth knob to adjust how quiet the cut out parts are, and then use the envelope to affect how steep this curve from signal to zero signal is. It can be very choppy or pretty smooth. And here you adjust the speed at which these slices occur. This is again not the ideal source to put it on, I feel. Let's maybe try it on these vocals. With drums. Somehow I feel it's not very tight. Like it's lagging a bit behind where it should be. So I'm a bit confused by it. I think technically this one is an interesting one, but I'm struggling to make it sound good. So is it supposed to be in the video? I don't know. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3. We have this bass. I'm going to use a filter, the Wah 47. This can give a bit of movement to this bass line I have. But we're losing quite a lot of low end from the dry signal, which sounded like this. So if you click this button right here, you can adjust the dry wet for this module. And so you can blend this kind of cool, distorted, honky, mid-rangey sound with the low end of the dry signal. And I was surprised to find that it mixes perfectly. No phase issues at all. On to number 4. Let's go back to these vocals again. And I was a bit conflicted with the 4th one. Let's add some reverb to these vocals. And at first, I wanted to, this is a bonus one, use the digital reverb, because that one's quite cool. Pretty cool. Cheesy, digital, old school reverb is what I'm thinking this is supposed to be, and I like how it sounds. But I stumbled across this other reverb called Ambiance, and this one's very subtle. Check it out. So dry was like this, and wet. And I feel this is quite something special. It's extremely subtle, gives a nice ambience. I thought, maybe this is a good drum reverb. So I put it on these drums. I don't like it on drums at all. It's not doing it for me. What we can try again is to use our ultra dry sound of Dexed. I'll disable this ensemble for now. Let's just again put digital reverb on it for a second. I like it, but again, I want to see how this ambience module fares. I do feel it gives it a very interesting realism without. I think that sounds amazing, honestly, and with the ensemble together. It transforms it into something completely new. I think these two modules, Ambience and Ensemble, really sound phenomenal. And the digital reverb in addition, maybe? Yeah, lovely. That's the video for today. Maybe actually these are our 4 nice plugins, and we'll keep Slicer out of here for now. So 4 cool effects within Mixbox SE. Check it out. It's free for a limited time. Link in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, leave a like for more videos like this. See you again soon.